Hey there everybody, Kopika here. Welcome back to more Tales of Vesperia. In the last episode, we managed to end up exploring a little bit of the road of the capital of Zaphias. And then we managed to meet some two travelers known as Rich and Karen area. Yeah, there we go. And then we end up managing to get to Dadenhold. Unfortunately, we can't cut through Dadenhold normally because of the Lord of the Plains, and we end up finding a mysterious white-haired character and also finding out how guilds work in the game, or in the world, I should say. I don't know why I said in the game. It's like, I found out how they work in the game. No, I found out how they work in this world. And the guilds are very strong and determined characters. They don't take any crap from the knights, because they can't really, because they kind of stripped away their immortality.
You look very good swinging the sword, Yuri.
You're not bad yourself, Estelle.
Really? My swordmaster used to scold me terribly.
Well, I have to admit I'd be surprised if you looked too natural.
I really don't like fighting. I don't like hurting people.
How ladylike of you.
But if I don't fight, I'll end up hurt myself, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much how it works.
I wish I could enjoy fighting like you do, Yuri.
You think I enjoy this?
Don't you? I mean, the way your eyes shine, that only happens when you're fighting.
Oh, really? Wow, you're pretty observant.
Yes, I like watching people.
Well, I mean, hey, you gotta be an observant person. Alright, listen, Wolf, calm yourself. I know you want to fight, but you need to chill. And repeat, learn Crescent Edge, which is a good move. I know, it's like, listen, some moves in this game don't really jump out at me. Like, some moves jump, some moves are not like, game changers. Some of them are just whatevers. Anywho, I should mention, some of these moves you kind of want to start utilizing a lot, because if you do, you can end up getting better ones depending on certain criterias. We'll get into those details a little bit later, because as of right now, we don't have those criterias right now. In all fairness, though, it kind of does make me miss certain moves in New Game Plus. So, what are you gonna do? At least we leveled up from that. Anyways, let's enter the Quoi Woods, so that way we can run into bug type enemies, because those are always fun, right?
A forest in a place like this can only mean the Quoi Woods?
Bingo. You're just full of information, aren't you?
I read in a book once that a curse will fall upon anyone who enters the woods.
Ah, so that must be the surprise. Not going in? It's fine by me, but what about Flynn?
I know. Okay, let's go. Will this forest really get us to the other side of the hold?
If it doesn't, we'll just come back.
But what if I get turned into a frog or a snake by the forest's curse?
If that happens, I'll take care of you.
You'll take care of me?
Of course I would. Don't worry. I had pet frogs and snakes when I was a kid.
If you got turned into a frog or a snake, Yuri, I wouldn't have any idea what to feed you.
That's not good to know, because that doesn't end up giving me any sort of confidence. Anyways, those little plant bub things actually managed to grow. And we got a staple enemy here, Beakbird. It's probably not its name. It's called Axebeak. Beakbird, Axebeak, whatever. This is an enemy staple in most Tales of games. So yeah, the little plant bubs actually managed to become mandragores. That's kind of what they are. And we learned Fatal... That's not what the move is called. We learned Fang Strike. Not Fatal Strike. Fan Strike. Actually ends up doing a little bit of an uppercut, which is really good. Sometimes you kind of want to end up just utilizing moves that kind of ends up giving you a much better advantage. Azure Edge is still something I'm still going to be utilizing a lot, because Azure Edge is still cool. Funny enough, Azure Edge and another staple move, can't really remember for the life of me right now. I know it's Azure Edge and something something, whatever. I don't remember. God damn it. I'm sorry. I can't say I'm a huge Tales of fan. I only remember some things here and there, unfortunately. But it's kind of like Xenoblade, where you played like Xenoblade, but you didn't really play any of the other Xeno games.
Monsters are easier to beat than I thought.
Isn't that better than being harder than you thought?
But I feel sorry for them.
You're way too nice. I don't particularly enjoy being someone else's dinner.
You're right. This is different from inside the castle. The strong eat the weak.
Well, we're not going to be eating any of these monsters.
I won't hesitate to defeat any monsters. But I will never forget what I fought or where I fought it.
Well, suit yourself, I guess.
Then, when I return to the capital, I will make graves in memory of all the monsters I've killed.
I guess you could do that. I don't understand this girl at all.
You know what? With the amount of enemies that we'll be fighting in this entire adventure, I will be impressed if there's like 50,000 bajillion graves in the capital. 50,000 bajillion. Yeah, those are numbers. I'm smart, I swear. But yeah, I'm not really proficient in the other Tales of games. So bear in mind, I don't remember what the other Azure. I know it's not Azure. Strike. God, I'm trying to remember what it is. Damn, I'm really having a hard time at actually remembering what the move is. Because Lloyd uses it. And, it'll be nice to learn it. Like, I am going to remember it when, we get a particular character. But for right now, I'm pretty much, I don't remember what it is. Now, the reason as to why I'm also fighting multiple enemies, there is one particular boss I kind of want to be a bit ready for. We're not going to get to it anytime soon, but it's just one particular boss that I do not like, and it's a boss that I am fearing and might get my first game over. Kind of hoping we don't end up getting our first game over, because then that would suck. But we shall see. Anywho, we keep going over here, we end up getting ourselves a cutscene.
Did you hear something? My feet feel cold all of a sudden. Oh no, is this the curse?
What sort of curse is it supposed to be anyway?
The voices of corpses buried beneath the trees creep up and lure us to our doom.
Oh, brother.
What's that?
What's it doing in a place like this? Let's take a break.
I'm all right. Huh? What's this?
Estelle! Damn, that's bitter. You all right?
Oh, my head feels a little... I'll be fine. What happened to me?
You just fell over all of a sudden. Don't you remember?
Perhaps it was the air that made me dizzy.
Air. That's sort of like the fuel that powers the Blastia, right? I heard that even though we can't see it, it's scattered through the atmosphere.
Yes, that's air. I read once that dense air can have negative effects on people.
Maybe that's what started the rumor of the curse. Hey, you only just woke up. You should rest a bit more.
But I can't! If we don't catch up with Flynn soon...
And what if you collapse again, and this time you're out for the whole night?
You're right. I'm sorry.
Huh. I suppose we'll never get full trying to eat these.
It's delicious.
Hold on a sec. I can make something simple.
You can cook, Yuri?
I'm not exactly a royal chef. I just have a few recipes I learned growing up.
Aren't you worried at all that Flynn is in danger?
Huh? Does it look that way?
Well, yes.
Honestly, I'm not worried about him. He's always managed to take care of himself. Actually, it's the guys who are after him I feel sorry for.
What do you mean?
Ever since we were kids, I've never been able to beat Flynn at anything. Swords, racing, whatever. After he'd won, he'd always have the nerve to say, "You all right, Yuri?"
That must be nice. I've never had anyone like that in my life.
You can count yourself lucky. Well, dinner's ready.
Thank you for the meal.
Wasn't anything special.
I thought it was very tasty. I can't imagine being able to cook anything myself.
It's just like using a sword or magic. You've got to learn it by doing it. You just need to practice with a few recipes. You'll be cooking before you know it.
Practice with recipes?
Here, I'll show you how it's done. Watch. Cooking clears your mind, and it's great for regaining lost energy. Cooking has a lot of other effects as well. This is pretty much everything I know how to cook right now. So, in order to make a sandwich, you'll need bread and an egg, which we just happen to have right here. After choosing the ingredients, it's time to cook. And there you are, a delicious meal.
You're so good at that. I'm not sure I'd be able to get that good at cooking.
Well, it comes more naturally to some people than others. Just because you have a recipe doesn't mean it'll always turn out like you think.
Really? So you can mess it up?
Well, you usually taste your food while cooking, but some people don't.
Tasting?
You know, like when cooks taste the food they make? Well, you're a sheltered little princess who's lived her life in a castle. It's only normal.
Sheltered little princess?
What is it, Repeat? Well, shall we be going?
Alright, and the battle book got updated. I should also mention, I apologize for skipping cutscenes. I'm so used to other games just having like an auto play rather than pressing the X button, so it's kind of like engraved in my head to try to not press the X button.
We can't seem to find our way through this forest at all. Oh, could this be the curse? What should we do, Yuri? There really was a curse after all.
Don't be stupid.
Or do you not have a good sense of direction?
No, of course I do. I think.
Then maybe it's my fault. What should we do?
They say no medicine can cure a fool, but I wish something could cure a bad sense of direction.
Alright, during that fight, Repeat actually managed to level up. So there is more to, there's like also other things that you can do for the cooking. I think if it's like, if you kind of end up letting the character end up cooking even more and more, they'll end up getting like a star on them to make them more proficient in what they're cooking, which is pretty important, because if you kind of want them to end up having a better chance in things, you kind of really want them to keep cooking a lot. It's really, really helpful, and it's something that, you know, is something to be bear in mind about when you're utilizing the cooking. Is there an item that, is there a specific food that is better than most? Probably not, to be fair. We got a bee. That's it. It's just a bee. Just nothing else. Just a bee. It's like, what else do you think it is? It's just literally a giant bee. Hey, a Stellar Pow Hammer, which is a move that is used by Colette from Tales of Symphonia. So far, our battle style seems to be pretty good. I'm kind of glad that Estelle is running away, mainly because of the fact I do not want her to be close to fighting anything. Trust me, because if she dies, we lose healing. Also, I'm gonna go and keep this fight in, mainly because I want to showcase what I mean by the whole item throwing thing. So, if we try to utilize apple gel, we can't do it. As you can see, you can only use it on yourself. So it's really, really, really important. If you want to utilize items with other characters, you need to get item thrower for everybody. So that is a move. That is a skill that I'm going to prioritize very, very much so. Because having item thrower is really good, and I don't really want to deal with it. Now, unlike Tales Symphonia, where your opponent, your allies only attacks like 1, 2, 3, and then they just stand there, or they do 1, 2, 3, and then move back. They don't do that in this game. They actually still keep attacking. Sometimes they will run away from the opponent, and sometimes they won't.
Rapide, when I passed out, you laid down and made the nicest pillow for me. Thank you very much.
What are you doing?
I'm thanking Rapide.
Rapide? He's not here.
Huh? What? Maybe he doesn't like me.
Nah, he acts like that with just about everybody.
Well then, I'll just have to keep trying until he accepts me.
I mean, hey, if you can do that, then by all means, go nuts. Alright, let's fight this last enemy here. Well, not really last enemy, it's probably got a few more enemies. I'm gonna be fighting like almost every single enemy, so be mindful that, well, the reason as to why I say that I want to fight every single enemy is because, well, I like the combat in this game. It gets even better in Tales of Grace, and it also gets even better in Tales of Xillia. I'm not a fan of how they made it in Tales of Vesperia and Vesperia, to be fair. Vesperia is a bit weird. Like, Vesperia kind of makes it a little bit better, but it's kind of confusing half the time. Also, if we look from over there, we can see more manticores. But we can't get through this because of the shrubs here. But other than that, yeah. And I'm guessing there's another cape, so that's another accessory that we can end up equipping. Well, let's equip that to Estelle, shall we? And let's equip the leather boots to... That doesn't even make any sense. I'm just now picturing Rapide with boots on. It's kind of funny. He's got little tiny boots in him. Having a bunch of all these apple gels is pretty good. You know, you keep seeing these holes and you think there's to be items inside them, but there's nothing in them.
Prepare to die, Egg Bear! Whoa! Oh, man, that hurt! I'm warning you, I don't taste very good. You'll get the runs! Oh my gosh! Somebody help me! Ah!
Is this kid for real?
It's all right now.
Huh? The monster turned into a girl?
Oh, brother. This should be interesting.
I'm Karol Capel. I'm a member of the Hunting Blades Guild. We travel the globe in search of the toughest monsters.
I'm Yuri. This is Estelle. And you've met Rapide already. Anyway, nice to meet you.
What? Yuri, wait! My apologies.
Huh? Hey, wait up! Where are you guys going? You guys are here to enter the woods, right? Well then,
Actually, we've just finished coming through the woods and we're on our way to Halure.
No way! You guys made it through the cursed woods? Did you guys run into any egg bears?
Do you know what he's talking about, Yuri?
Nope. I don't think we've seen any.
Man, I wonder if I should head back to town then. They definitely won't like it if I keep them waiting. All right, I'm not sure you two would make it on your own, but never fear. The star member of the Hunting Blades will be your escort. See that? I've even got my own Blastia! What? You guys both have one too? Oh yeah? Whoa, how do you like this?
It has information about monsters. After a certain point, all the pages are blank.
That's because I'm gonna fill it up with piles of monsters after this. Hey, wait! Who said you could just write in there?
It might hurt your star member status if it got out that you broke your sword.
Oh, that? I had to give myself some kind of handicap, or else it wouldn't have been a fair fight. Hey, that's actually not too bad. Yo! Do you guys even know where you're going? Halore's to the north, once you get out of the woods. Come on, guys! Wait for me!
And we got ourselves the monster book. And Karol has joined the party. Let's actually open this chest first, before we leave.
I don't understand Repeat. He's a dog with claws and fangs, but he uses weapons?
Yeah, I guess dogs do usually fight with claws and fangs.
Huh? But Repeat's a dog, isn't he?
Repeat is Repeat.
What does that mean?
Whatever he is, Repeat doesn't think of himself as a dog. That's why he uses weapons and items. But that's not to say that he thinks of himself as a human either.
I don't really understand, but he seems very proud.
Yep, so show him some respect.
Hey, Yuri, are you translating what Repeat's saying?
Nah, it's just your imagination.
All right, cool. So I figured out what the move is, and yes, I did check it because leave me alone. Shut up. Anyways, the move is actually called Demon Fang, but that thing is still glowing. Hey, it's the white-haired guy. The white-haired guy. Oh boy, he's doing shenanigans though. Whatever. That has nothing to do with us. Like, it really doesn't. But yeah, we have Karol on the team. He ended up giving us a battle book. Let's actually take a look at said. But look at this. We got like so many battle books, and by so many meaning just only 2. So we look at this. We can actually end up seeing what the experience here and how much ability points they give us, which is essentially 3. And yeah, and that's really it. Like this essentially gives us what types of enemies we will have. We have humans, beast, bird, magic, plant, aquatic, insect, organic, inorganic, not organic, and scales. We're going to be having a lot of enemies. If you do not scan them, unfortunately we couldn't scan these 2, which kind of makes me wonder how you're supposed to scan them outright, which means that you kind of have no choice but to probably play a New Game Plus to end up scanning them, because you can't really scan them the first time. Luckily enough, they do still give you the resistance to their resistance and their weaknesses. As we can see here, Zagi is actually weak to water, but we do not have an element of water as of this point. If you manage to complete the monster book, you will get a unique skit. So if you're going after all the skits and you kind of want to just see how much you can get, you know, in your first playthrough, try to complete the monster guide, because then you will get a unique skit. Karol's, luckily enough, up to is level 8, so that's really good. The way how Karol acts is that he's a heavy hitter character, but he's slow. He is he utilizes 2 armed weapons, and the way how he attacks is a bit sluggish. And he moves also really slow in battle as well, unfortunately. So you're not going to really get that much mileage out of him. There will be a moment in time where I'll be utilizing every single character in the game. But as of right now, I'm just going to strictly stick to Yuri just for the most part. Mainly because I'm not confident in playing with any of the other characters. I'm going to be truly honest with you. I prefer playing as Yuri, since Yuri is going to be utilized around 90% of the gameplay, except for one moment where that 90% actually becomes, well, that 95 becomes 5% with one particular moment, but I'm not going to mention that anytime soon. So Karol has Vitality, which ends up increasing his HP to 200, which is really good. Yeah, ironically enough, he's also half tank, which you wouldn't really believe the kid would be a tank. So after you have mastered the ability, you get to keep said ability and switch your weapon. There's really no point in us going back to the compact sword because the compact sword sucks. So yeah, we need to find ourselves a better weapon so we can end up getting ourselves another ability. But that will be in a later episode. In the next episode, we'll be heading to Hlor and finally trying to see if we can find Flynn. If we can't, oh well, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next episode. Laters.